Hello, welcome to the exida video. In this session, we'll be talking about OEMx, Exida's process development software. My name is Bill Goebel. As a co-founder, I'm very proud that Exida has grown into a strong global company specializing in automation systems, functional safety, alarm management, and cyber security. One of the Exida companies, Exida Innovation, provides engineering tools. Excellentia is a tool for systems level design. Silstat is a tool for operations and maintenance. And OEMx is our tool for engineering development processes. OEMx has three primary applications: REQx, REQx, and FMEDAX. The objective of OEMx is to provide you with tools to help you find problems early. Why? Avoid rework. There's nothing that hurts development cost and schedule more than rework. OEMx should also help you achieve faster results with less experienced people and build staff skills. I'll talk to you about that shortly. And perhaps most importantly, OEMx helps organize and document much of your design. That's important for, of course, new people that might come on the project, changes in the project, and for those projects that are going through any functional safety or cybersecurity certification. Those documents can provide evidence. When we're all done with OEMx, we hope you have fewer problems, total lower cost, faster time to market, and higher design quality. How do we help you get through things faster with less experience and build staff skills? OEMx is full of knowledge bases, files that contain lots of the experience and research developed at Exida over many years. All of that is embedded in the OEMx tool. You can use that to help you move faster with less experienced people. OEMx also has a full set of support applications. The item tracker, which allows you to track between requirements, test, and implementation. An action item editor that allows you to create and manage action items. An FMECA spreadsheet for those who need the old FMECA spreadsheet reports. Environmental profile editor that allows you to do custom design strength, operational stress characterization, and a bill of material import to speed up FMEDAX. The OEMx tools apply to most of the development process. REQx is used during product specification. REQx is used in architecture design, perhaps starting at the systems level and going down through various layers of hardware and software, where we must verify the quality of the design as we drop down, especially at the lowest level. And REQx is a tool to help with that design verification. FMEDAX is used after detailed hardware design is done to predict specific reliability metrics. And finally, there are test planning tools that are used throughout the development process, provide the structure necessary for integration test plans and validation test plans. Let's talk about REQx. It's a simple, easy to use requirements management tool, very oriented toward product development. It's not a complex be everything to everybody tool with lots of data to enter and lots of data to maintain. REQx provides a good framework, hierarchical framework for your requirements with lots of spaces for attributes and descriptions. And requirements can be traced between the requirements, test objectives, and implementation. The most important test objectives in the requirements management process is validation test objectives. You remember that every requirement needs to be tested by a validation test to make sure it was implemented. REQx allows you to set up those validation test objectives immediately while the requirement is fresh in your mind. When you're finished with REQx, you should have a list of good requirements and the validation test suite, which shows that all the requirements are tested. And as experienced developers know, requirements don't end at the requirement specification step. New requirements are created during development. The situation then can be very time confusing if you have to switch back and forth between a requirements tool and an architecture design tool. In OEMx, you can switch back and forth with the press of a button. You can enter this new requirement, or if you have the automatic feature enabled, you can hit a button and any selected design mitigation will be created as a new requirement. This tracking is pretty important. We talked about requirements versus validation testing and requirements versus implementation. But there's a little more to it. When you're working on specific implementations, and you think of an integration test, you can stop right then and there and enter that integration test objective as well. REQx is the architecture design verification tool that's part of OEMx. That's a tool that uses the well-proven design, failure mode, and effect analysis, except it's been modified for where functional safety requirements replace some of the old DFMEA requirements, and new design documentation information is added. We call that method DDMA, Design Deviation and Mitigation Analysis. REQx provides a structured hierarchical tree format to show your design. REQx has a knowledge base of proven failure modes per block unit architecture block type, as well as well-proven mitigation techniques. Can you begin to imagine the time that can be saved compared to brainstorming with a set of guide words for the failure modes, and then brainstorming again on what solutions can be chosen? Many suggestions pop right up in OEMx. REQx also provides a common method for hardware DDMA, software DDMA, and cybersecurity threat analysis. You don't need separate tools. It can all be done with in the context of the same design information. FMEDAX is an integrated FMEDA tool. What do we mean by that? Information needed for an FMEDA is directly entered from the REQx DDMA process and immediately available to the FMEDA analyst. That allows them, or the analyst, to do a bottom-up, component-level reliability metric prediction. Components are entered, failure modes are mapped. The component reliability database, which is probably the foundation of FMEDA, is selected, and the FMEDA is done in a relatively short period of time compared to the old spreadsheet methods we used to use. This embedded component data is perhaps the most important feature of FMEDAx. Those who have searched through the internet, spent many hours trying to find failure rates for a particular component, and worse yet, failure modes or failure mode distributions or useful life, all of that is in the embedded component data library. FMEDAx also allows you to do subsystem analysis, where you can take an architecture block, enter all the components that are part of that block design, calculate all your metrics, and then save that entire subsystem for reuse later. Pretty cool if you want to reuse an old design. FMEDAx allows you to change operational profiles even after the FMEDA is done. Well, I've got an FMEDA for this environment. What are the failure rates if the temperature goes up? Change the metrics, recalculates automatic. Pretty cool. FMEDAx also has, obviously, the built-in calculation rules to show the 61508 family of failure metrics and the ISO 26262 family of failure metrics. The action item editor is an important thing because it's inevitable that there will be issues where decisions could not be made during the analysis meetings. Action items can be created and tracked to completion. OEMx has a good list of standard reports. They're available in Word, and they can be edited and copy-pasted and whatever you wish to do. Custom reports can be created, and you can use this tool to figure out exactly what you want and take care of many future applications that need the information from the DDMA or the FMEDA. In summary, we believe OEMx can help you have fewer problems, lower total cost, faster time to market, and higher design quality. We think it's a great way to optimize your development process. However, there's more. Exida is what some would call a full-service supplier. We don't supply you with just a tool and let you go figure it all out yourself. We have training on how to use the tools, how to use DDMA, how to optimize a DFMEA, how to do an FMEDA. We can provide development process audits for you. We have templates of development procedure standards. We can provide services to facilitate or even perform analysis, design analysis tasks like hardware DFMEA, software DFMEA, cyber threat analysis, FMEDA, and so forth for FPGA designs or even semiconductors. And lastly, perhaps the biggest issue of all, Exida is a global certified body, accredited, notified body in the European Union, and we can provide a full suite of functional safety and cybersecurity certifications. I hope you found this video interesting. If you would like to take a close look at OEMx, please request a demo copy. It's stripped down a bit, of course, but it'll give you the concepts. I hope we hear more from you in the future. Thank you for listening.